Wait. Don't go nowhere. Somebody asked me a question and I gotta answer it. So stay there. Don't go nowhere. Don't go. Hello, family. Welcome to the live. Shout out to my sis. I see her over here, Miss Sparkle Bailey. Please say the Bailey. Welcome for being here with me today. I want to make sure that I go here so I can show y'all what we're doing today, y'all. This is the 15-minute live Q&A with your CEO 3 times the Alisa Applewhite. All right, so y'all know, for those who be up here with me, y'all know I'll be doing stuff in the background because I'm extra. I'll be trying to get it done, but okay. I'll be trying to get it done. She says chopping up on her end. Let's see, 24-hour commitment. I don't know. And all right, let's get to it. All right, there we go. She says chopping up on your end. I don't know why it's chopping up on your end, sis. Okay, so let's go. Why do I go live Monday through Friday, y'all? It's simple. You keep asking me questions. Everybody asks me a question about something. And when they ask me a question, I answer it. I mean, you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it dependent on the question. Let's say that, right? So it's all dependent on the question. If you ask me a question, I'm going to definitely answer it, but it has to be an appropriate question. And people ask me questions all day about healthcare staffing. They ask me questions about business. You know, they ask me questions about life, and I'm here to answer it because I want to make sure I'm helping you in your world. Another thing that we do for sure is you can email us, text us, DM me, ask me the question, and we will answer your question. All right. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. Give me 1 second. What's hair today? This is not cool. Thank you, Carlton. All right, so there we go. Huh? Go over here. So I think it's there. Oh, you can see it over there? Because I'm like, what's going on? I don't know. All right, y'all. So y'all know Carlton always in the background somewhere. But this, what's going on with this hair, y'all? I need for this hair to get right. There we go, because it's in my face and it's driving me crazy. So keep asking me the questions, right? So people ask me questions and I answer them. I'm very, very honest. I'm very, very honest on answering the questions to my greatest ability. All right. So I'm trying to see how I can answer this question because it's not a difficult question, but it's a very simple question. And I'm trying to give you some content on it. So let's see. Right. Let's see. No benefits. There we go. All right, let's get to the question. Right. It's like, Alisa, let's get to the question. All right. So we're getting to the question, y'all. Question number 128. Sparkle Bell said, I'm ready now. She said, I'm on fire. Awesome. Make sure you ask the question. We'll answer it. We'll get in the live. So question number 128, what are per diem staff, y'all? So people always say, Alisa, aren't you a staffing agency? How do you hire full-time staff? How do you hire part-time staff? Okay, you go through. You go through. This is a live. Everybody know this is a live. This is what happened during lives. Like sometimes people come through, right? So they say, Alisa, how do you hire full-time staff and part-time staff and per diem staff? It's a staffing agency. It's temporary. And I'm telling you, this is the truth. It is a temporary agency where literally everybody that you hire in your agency at any moment can have their shifts canceled because you are filling in the client's needs. Okay. You are filling in the client's needs, and they might just need staff permanently. They might need staff per diem. They might need staff for that day, right? Awesome. I'm gonna answer your question live. I normally will put that in a slide, but for you, I'll answer it. All right. So literally they'll answer your question. They'll need your staff, but at any moment they can cancel your staff. So you say, Alisa, what is the purpose of that if they can cancel them any moment? In your contract, it's negotiated hours, right? So in your contract, you literally can negotiate if you cancel my staff, you got to pay me 4 hours. You got to pay me 6 hours. You got to pay me 8 hours, depending on how you negotiate your contract. Okay. And in that particular contract, when it comes to per diem staff, you literally can say, I'm just going to send staff to you that's just going to work when you need them, or I'm going to send you a travel nurse. So there is a difference between full-time, part-time, and per diem. The client doesn't give your staff the full-time, part-time, per diem status. You give your staff the full-time, part-time, per diem based on the benefit you offer and what you offer in your company, okay? I always tell people travel nurses to me are considered full-time nurses because they are locked into a contract with you. They're locked into a contract with a client, so they can go ahead and get insurance. This is why most travel nurses get insurance on day one, because they are locked into that contract for a 3-month period and sometimes a 6-month period, okay? So what are per diem staff? Number one, they are temporary staff, y'all. They are people at any moment your client can say, hey, I don't need you to work today, go home, but they still get paid some additional fee. You work that out on your end. They are not permanent staff, right? So this per diem person that you're hiring can be a 1099, right? This is a contracted person. Anytime somebody's a 1099, you cannot legally call them your employee because they are no longer your employee. You can't give them no documentation that says they're your employee, right? They are a 1099 contractor. All right. So they are contracted and they are responsible for paying all of their own fees, their own taxes, and their own workers' comp and all that stuff. Okay. So they're temporary staff. Per diem staff are temporary staff that work for your agency. All right. The next one, what is per diem staff? So I'll give you 3 things on what I think per diem staff is. 24-hour commitment, right? Now you can decide if you are per diem with my company, you have to at least commit to my company for 24 hours a month to keep your status, to keep your application active with my company, or 24 hours every 2 months, 24 hours every 3 months. However you decide that you want to do it with your medical professionals, but it should be at least a 24-hour commitment. This commits that, hey, you're going to work this 24 hours. We're going to get some type of compensation for you working 24 hours. And this is why we're keeping track of your background checks, your drug screens. This is why we're keeping your education paid up. This is why we're keeping any additional services you need paid up, because you agreed that you're going to give us 24 hours a month, and we agree we're going to get you to work for 24 hours a month. So when you have per diem staff in your company, make sure you have some type of 24-hour agreement where they're going to work either 24 hours a month, which is highly, highly suggested, or 24 hours every 2 months. I don't do 24 hours every 3 months. This should be highly suggested, where we both are getting the compensation from you being employed, right? Because you gotta recoup for the drug screen you pay, for the background check that you did. You gotta recoup from all of that. All right. So the next thing, what are per diem staff? This is what staffing owners love: no benefits. I don't have to pay for no benefits for you. I ain't got to pay half on your medical insurance, and you ain't got to pay half on your medical insurance. I ain't got to pay no dental. I don't have to pay no benefits for you. This is all your cost. I pay nothing for that. So this is what per diem staff is. You pay no benefits on them, right? And if they're 1099, again, they wouldn't be an employee. You now pay no taxes, no insurance, no workers' comp. Like, You just work for me and you do your own thing because you're an independent contractor. But this is the greatest part that people love about per diem staff. They don't have to offer them no benefits. Now, let me make this clear. You don't have to offer them medical benefits. You don't have to offer them 401k. You don't have to offer them anything that is your full-time or part-time employee. But you can still offer them the great stuff that you do, as far as if you give your employees birthday cards, if you give your employees birthday cakes, if you celebrate your employees with discounts based on where they go, right? Like some type of discount service. You can still offer that as an incentive to your company to say, look, this is where you work per diem. This is worth working for me, y'all. And another thing about per diem staff that just came to my mind, per diem staff usually get paid a little bit more than the other full-time and part-time staff because they don't get the benefits, right? But in a staffing agency, it hits different. Normally, if one nurse gets paid this rate of $50 an hour, every nurse gets paid this rate of $50 an hour. I think that in a staffing agency, if you're going to pay somebody more money, it should be the person that's committed to you. It should be the person that's working 40 hours a week, not the person that's going to commit for 24 hours a week. I just think that it just makes sense to me, right? Hopefully somebody picked up to that. All right, so we're going to go over this episode 128. What are per diem staff? A next one is number one, they're temporary staff. Number two is a 24-hour commitment. And number three, it is no benefits. All right. So my sister asked a question and I'm going to answer it, even though I did a whole video on how much it costs to start a staffing agency. So I did a whole video on this. So I'm going to make sure, go to my YouTube. I can't pull it up right now because I'm live. But go to my YouTube and watch this video on literally how much it costs to create a staffing agency. I broke it down based on the insurance that you need, based on the workers' comp that you need. And again, I'm gonna do this off the top of my head now, but right then I did it with actual paperwork. I did it. She said, I promise. I did it with actual paperwork, so I had the numbers. So when I think of creating a staffing agency, I need a paper in front of me that is going to help me break down each one. And I'm just being blatantly honest that I can be. I want to be honest with people. I don't like lying to people. I can't stand it. I got my other sins that I pay for, period. All right. So let's see. So your niche, you're going to pick your niche when you're building a staffing agency, and it could be anything that you decide to do as far as RNs, LPNs, CNAs, geography, where you want to go. That doesn't cost you anything. Your business name. So your business name can literally cost you however much it costs to create your business based on the Secretary of State. So you go to the Secretary of State, you create your business. That can be $125, that could be $150. I believe California is like $200 or $300. It just depends on you establishing your LLC in whatever state. So that's your Secretary of State. You can apply for a virtual address. Virtual address literally can cost you $24 or $50 depending on what you use. We always suggest people to use iPostal, but you can do the virtual address. A physical building should not cost you more than $800. I honestly say $600, but you decide on what you want to do. You can register with the government to get your EIN for free. That doesn't cost you anything. To pick your LLC, PLC, we talked about that. That's the Secretary of State. That can cost you anywhere from $100 to $200 depending on what state. Some states charge $300. So figure out what Secretary of State. And if you can't figure this out, y'all, we offer all of this in our course. We offer all of this in our course where you don't have to figure it out. Everything you need comes directly to you in this course. Okay. So I want to make sure I bring that up. And shout out because we're doing an intensive. So I'm super, super excited about that. I'm going to drop it in the chat where we are building healthcare staffing agencies in 6 hours. So 6 hours, you'll be with me. I believe the date is February 23rd. We are building your healthcare staffing agency, and y'all prices start as low as $2,500 because people don't believe that they can do this. And I got to show you can do it. So it's a competition for me. It's a competition for you. And I'll drop the link in the chat so you can go register for it. But it's a virtual event where, guess what? You don't have to come out your house. We doing this, and we doing 6 hours strong, like not playing no games. Like I'm holding you accountable. All right. So we talked about the Secretary of State, which is about $200. Your business name, which is the Secretary of State. So you establish that. What else? The virtual address could be a good $50. And then you got to register for sometimes Department of Health, Department of Labor, sometimes DHHS. That's usually about free. Social media platforms are all free. Your website, you can go on GoDaddy, get your website done. Your business logo can cost you about $50 or $60 depending on where you go to. Logo reveals, I always suggest people to go get logo reveals from Mr. High Life Films on Instagram. So look up Mr. High Life on Instagram. He helps with logo reveals and makes you look very professional. I'm gonna show y'all, if y'all can look at my videos, how my videos are very professional. Opening a business bank account can cost anywhere from $100 to $200 depending on what bank you open it at. So let's get it calculated out because I want to make sure. We already said $200 tops for the business. We said $50 for the registration, $50 for the logo. We also talked about opening a business account, about $200. I don't know what Mr. High Life charged, so I'm not going to put that up there. A business phone number can cost you anywhere from $24.99 to $30 a month. So we're going to say $30 there. Your fax can be an additional $10 that you can do there. Your business email, your domain, you pay $12 a year for that. So that's going to be a $12 one-time setup fee that you can get from Gmail. Microsoft, they charge for their services, and I think it's $12 per user per month. So that's going to be $12 to get your appropriate domain name. And then you got to get a computer, which you should already have because you're up here with me. We do all the documents for you once you're in the program. And to do all of that, it looks like $564. Boom. So I hope that helps, sis. I really do hope that helps. That was off the top of my head, my dome. I do have a 1230 that I go to very faithfully. But $564. Let me drop in the chat where you can go to register for the 6-hour intensive. Come spend 6 hours with me, and I will start you a healthcare staffing business that you will be proud of. Okay. So go to the website. I'm putting in the comments right here. Let's see. So HTTPS. And y'all, I never do questions live like that. Everything is pre-planned, but I love it. That felt good. And then that's my sis. So she asked me a question. I had to answer. So go and register, y'all. It's February. So cute. Look, this is what I'm going to tell you, sis. And I'm just being honest, right? For those out there, those people out there that love their spouse, love your spouse, love them, love them, love them. But sometimes they don't see the vision you see, right? And if they truly, truly love you, they're going to support you in whatever goal or mistake that they think is going to happen because they love you, right? So if you're like, you know what, I can't get them to make that $20,000 thing to get into the course, maybe we can push for the $2,500. Babe, can we do the $2,500? I really just want you to see that we can build this, right? So that $2,500 now is like, wow, I done built this $1 million company that can generate millions off of just a $2,500, and I still can't believe I'm still saying this number purchase. But it's like, my husband literally said, and I always tell people this, my husband literally said to me, I said, babe, I'm about to take this investment and this money and I'm about to give it to this lady because she helped people build healthcare staffing agencies. She's been very successful at it and I want to build it. And he says, can't we just look it up how to do it? And I'm like, babe, but I really want to do it. We already had the money in savings. I already knew like the money was there. And he's just like, let's just look it up and do some research first. Research had went out of my head. I'm so sorry I didn't listen to my husband. I really didn't. I went ahead and I started that business. I went ahead and paid it. He said, I see that you paid it. I said, yes, I did. Because I know that this is what I want to do. I know this is something that I'm really interested in. And I know that I can make a lot of money in it and help a lot of people. So I went ahead, I started the business. I said to him, babe, can you work the business with me? It's getting a little stressful. He said to me, his words, not mine, I will join the business when you make $1 million in revenue. This is what he said to me. I said, okay, you're not going to make $1 million in your business. I mean, in your job, but okay, I'm up for the challenge. 9 months come by, we make $1.2 million. I show him the account. Say, babe, we made $1.2 million. We've never made that in our life. Will you come join me now? He said, yes, I got you. He joined me. We tripled our income. We 3 times our income the next year because he joined me, because I know that we are a strong team. So what I'm saying to you, sometimes people don't see what you see. People don't see the vision because God didn't give them the vision. He gave you the vision. So it's up to you to decide if you're going to go with the vision that you're seeing, or if you're going to stray and go what other way based on whoever is their vision is, right? Sometimes you have to listen to the vision that God gives you and follow it, right? And sometimes it might just be a hoax where it's like, you know what, this was the vision, but it wasn't for me. You have to determine it. How do you determine it? This is where you get into your spiritual bag. Talk to God. Ask God, is this the right mentor for me? Should I be following this girl? Is everything she's saying true? What can I do, to prove more to myself that I'm willing to do this? Am I worth risking $2,500 on? Some people buy that in shoes and clothes, right? So you got to determine what's best for you and your family. You got to determine what's best for the vision. But if God gave you a vision to follow somebody, ask God for the confirmation, not your spouse. So I absolutely love you. I love it. I love it. And sis, I hope that helps. And I hope I hope that helped you. She crazy over here. She's like, I hear you, sis. Let me get this refund check right. I hear you, sis. Awesome. I just truly want to help people. I really, really do want to help people. And for those people that I'm not for, I understand, but I still love them anyway. I still pray for them anyway. But I just truly, truly want to help people. So let's get to it. Make sure you are going to my YouTube channel and subscribing right now. Like, don't wait. Go subscribe right now, because we're going to be giving away some gifts in the month of February, and I'm super, super excited. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all. We have the intents that I told you. We're doing a webinar tonight, and I'll go ahead and send out the link. So we're going to do a webinar tonight at 8 o'clock I believe it's at 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's at 8 o'clock to help people who wants to build the healthcare staffing agency, build it from the webinar. But we absolutely love y'all. Like we absolutely love y'all. I cannot say this enough. God loves you way more than I will ever love you. God loves you way more than your mom, your dad, your spouse, anybody you think that really is down for you and adore you. Times 20. Times 100, right? God keeps giving us breath every morning to love on these people, to be here with his people. So go out and build a relationship with God and stop playing. Period. Go out and build a relationship with God and stop playing, because that is what's going to be the thing to sustain you when times get hard. Okay. So I will definitely see y'all live tomorrow. Absolutely love y'all. Let's see what we're leaving y'all with today. A lot of people that you get access to in the business world, they give you information that you can utilize, you can execute. That's the thing about it. People don't want to execute. That's a good question. Why don't we execute, right? So you execute it and you gain some type of profit in your business for it. You have to gain some type of proximity to anybody that is on the next level, and hopefully they're making way more money than you, right? Their vision is huge, and it can be an inspiration from anyone that is making more money for you, right? Steve Harvey said this thing the other day on his show, and it hit me like a ball of bricks. I've heard this before, and it was, if you are the smartest person in the room, it is time to go to another room. And when you have proximity to people, you will find out that you are not the smartest person in the room when you get into the right rooms.